A judge says he needs time before deciding whether a settlement offer in a class action lawsuit involving the town of Denmark's drinking water is a fair offer. On Your Side investigates why citizens say the offer is not only unfair, but makes no real lasting impact into holding regulatory bodies responsible for safe drinking water. Senior investigative reporter Liz Owens was at the hearing this morning.
Citizens of Denmark walk out of the last hearing before a judge to sign off on the settlement agreement.
So I knew it was going to be difficult when we walked in just because it's messy.
Feeling just as stuck in a mess as they did 6 years ago when they first filed the class action lawsuit.
And it's sad to say this is our one opportunity with an attorney and with a lawyer, and that, you know, the attorney even representing the class didn't even do a really thorough job for talking to more citizens.
Letitia Dowling is the only citizen out of 1,300 to meet the May 5th deadline to file an objection to the proposed settlement agreement in the class action lawsuit.
And I will tell you, literally at 3:45, 4:30 p.m., I was at the clerk of court's office. They were literally almost locking the doors on me.
The judge signed off on the notice to go out to citizens in February, but the postmark on her letter shows it didn't get mailed out until late April, giving her and the rest of the town only days to get their objections sent off in the mail.
If he just looks at the agreements of the mediation, the city did not meet its agreement to even notify citizens properly. Without this class action lawsuit, we were never notified properly about the use of Halosan.
The lawsuit stems from DHEC, South Carolina's oversight agency on drinking water, allowing the city of Denmark to treat the town's drinking water with Halosan, a chemical the EPA hasn't approved for human consumption. DHEC, the city of Denmark, and Berry Systems Incorporated, the maker of Halosan, are the three named defendants. But the proposed settlement offer only requires Berry Systems, not the town nor the state, to pay up $1 million, about $400,000 of it, which would go to attorneys and court costs. The remaining $600,000 would go to the citizens of Denmark, which would equal out to about $450 a person.
DHEC in Denmark did the injury. So then DHEC got to say, oh, this is what we did wrong. Then DHEC got to say, oh, this is how we're going to fix it. And then DHEC gets to say, oh, this is the proof that we have fixed it.
Letitia objected to it because the settlement fails to hold the city and the state responsible. It also does not contain wording to ensure the town and state oversight agency follow state and federal guidelines in the future.
And it's almost, when you look at it as a common court case, I did the crime, I get to say what the crime was, I get to say how I'm going to punish myself, and I get to prove to you how I punished myself. Does that really work in a criminal case? No. So why should we be kind of setting those precedents in a civil case when it comes to water quality and something that I have to continue to pay for?
The maker of Halosan, Berry Systems, Inc. is no longer in business, but the settlement amount of $1 million is the max payout under its insurance policy.